In this video, we're going to demo a couple of different Maptools implementations just to review the functionality and some of the options that are available to you. So this first map we're looking at is a fairly good example of all of the aspects of the functionality. It's also been fairly customized since it's on the home page of the site in question, so that it has a little bit more visual interest and integration with the rest of the design. So you can see over at the side, we have a sidebar here. This has their logo and some introductory text, both of which are optional, but you can fill these in to make the sidebar a little bit more engaging. Below that, you have a key of all the data on the map. So first off, you'll see whatever overlays are on the map, and these can be toggled on and off. Then you'll see the marker groups that are on the map, which you can click on, and that will change the map zoom and have them jump up and down a little bit so that you can see more clearly where they are. And they can also be toggled on and off. On the map itself, you can see that we have, in this case, a custom coloring applied to the map, and we have the scroll zoom controls, but not the visible zoom interface. So those are settings that you can choose for your particular map tools. You can see that we do have these overlays on the map, which are in this case showing their service territory. Again, you can interact with these over here in the sidebar. And then we have the marker groups. So the marker groups will have a little hover over each icon. And if you click on it, it will open a pop-up with additional information on it. And as applicable, there may be a link where you can click to see the rest of the information on that particular listing. So you can see in this case, it's taking us to a business directory page for that item. You can have module content from any of the modules, which include location information. So that includes the business directory, real estate, projects, the list maker, and one or two more. So that's our first map. So now let's take a look at this second map. This is a little bit of a simpler map. It's on a subpage, so it has its cosmetics customized as much. And you can see there is an overlay on the map. It's showing the county outline. However, in this case, we've chosen not to show that in the key because it is not something that people necessarily need to interact with. It's just there to give some locational context. So in this case, you can see that there are quite a few marker groups pulling from the various modules on the site and consolidating information from various aspects of the site that pertain to, in this case, visiting and quality of life. So the functionality of the map remains the same. You can have your overlays, you can have your icons, you can have your interaction. So that is all the same. In this case, it's just being used as a promotional tool to indicate how much is going on in the area and a navigational tool to help users get to more information about those items. In our third example, you can see it's a very simple map. So in this case, we've hidden the sidebar entirely. All it is a illustration of locations, giving access to that extra information. And again, a navigational tool as you can link through to see more information. The only other element we haven't touched on is back on the original map, and that is your points of interest. So I'm just going to reset the map. So you can see in a few spots here that we've got this little tree icon. The client wanted to emphasize these natural areas, forests, I believe they all are. Now the map itself is a Google map and it has the label in that area, but we wanted to draw a little bit more attention to it, so we've added this icon. The icon doesn't appear in the sidebar. It doesn't have any hover effect or label. It doesn't have any pop-up. It's just there to provide some visual interest and potentially a landmark or some context. So those are the features of the map. As you've seen, you can show your location, you can show your region, your territories, you can show all of the information from your location-based modules. So it is quite popular for consolidating information as well as being a navigational tool within your website.